Hey everybody, it's Jason, and I am now 3 months on testosterone. Or now I am actually closer to 3.5 months on testosterone. As of yesterday, the way I've been tracking it by the, the doses and everything, it would have been 3.5 months on T. I apologize for making this so late, but there are a couple of reasons why that was. One is there haven't actually been all that many changes, which is really unfortunate because I'm only, 3.5 months on T. I thought that the changes were going to still be happening really quickly until, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, something like that. I think the reason why my changes are slowing down so fast is because everything was just going by so quickly in the first, 2.5 to 3 months, and now it's just kind of like, it's just more of the things that were happening before. So that's kind of one of the only downsides to having your changes happen so quickly, because like for me and for a lot of other guys on T, I'm sure they want things to happen really quickly, want changes to happen, and just want to start being comfortable with themselves as soon as possible. With my changes happening so quickly, I really have been. It's it's amazing just how much different I feel and how much more confident I feel, especially around other people, talking to others, like interacting with strangers. Like it's an amazing change, and I don't I don't think I ever could have imagined just how confident I am. Just like talking to strangers, asking anybody any question. You know, it's it's pretty great. It's pretty great. I used to be very, very timid when it came to talking to people I didn't know. I used to make friends really easily, but only if we were in the same type of situation where it was like we were in school together or we were in some kind of group together somehow. Some sort of commonality in our environment or something like that. Whereas if it was just like, I don't know, an employee at a store or whatever, like I wouldn't want to talk to them, I wouldn't want to bother them or whatever. Um, and now it's not like I'm going around being like, hey, do this for me or whatever. Now it's just like, hey, I need something, you work here, can you help me? Because, that's part of your job. It's also part of, growing up and changing and everything, but it's definitely because I'm getting a lot more comfortable with myself. And as far as I know, I'm seeing 100% male, and that's just, it's really awesome. I'm being seen for who I am, and it's really great. It's actually baffling me, kind of, just how masculine I am. I feel like that's weird for me to say because I'm not like super mask 5 mask. I don't know. I just fall into so many of the stereotypes of like masculine things and like stereotypically male things. Unfortunately, I feel like I fall into the binary much more than originally anticipated. I say unfortunately just because I like to not. I've never, I don't think I've ever understood the binary as much as I do now, like throughout my entire life, which is really, really odd. Even when I was a little kid, I was like, why are there girls and boys toys for McDonald's or whatever, like fast food places that would have the pink toys for the girls and the blue toys for the boys or whatever. I always used to get the boy toy. Yeah. Pretty ironic that I'm wearing a blue shirt too. Wow. Alright. But yeah, just, it's amazing how much more comfortable I'm feeling about interacting with other people. Other than that, changes and stuff. I'm clearing my throat a lot today, and I don't know if that's been happening a lot recently. I think it's, within probably the past like half a week to a week maybe, I've been clearing my throat a lot, and I've been feeling a voice change come on, and I don't know if it's completely dropped to where it's going to drop in this particular voice drop episode, if that makes sense. But it sounds lower than it did yesterday. Yesterday it sounded lower than it did the day before, so I think it's just kind of doing a staircase little thing with the days today, like within this past week, which is kind of interesting. My singing voice has been fluctuating so much. Like, at one point, I think for a couple of days, I lost my head voice completely. It went away, and I could not sing high at all. I tried to, and my voice would crack, and it would break. I would try to sing high, and nothing would come out. Legitimately, I was trying as hard as I could, and nothing was coming out. Really funny, actually. I had a lot of fun with it, because it was just like, this is so weird that nothing's coming out, and it's great. I don't want it to happen forever, it's just funny for the moment. And then, after that, like, I got almost my full range back. It was kind of narrower than it used to be. And then, like, a couple days after that, I lost my chest voice. So, I lost my head voice, and then I lost my chest voice. I don't know where I'm at right now, because I haven't sung today. I think yesterday it was kind of narrow, my range. I'd like it to be pretty wide. That would be great. The thing is, I know how to sing high, because I was a soprano in choir before, which is really weird thinking about now. Honestly, that's probably one of the biggest changes. Just like my singing voice being all whacked out lately. I know that eventually it's gonna calm down. That's why I'm not really freaking out about it. I know it's gonna eventually just be steady, and hopefully I'll have a wide range, but I probably have to work on that. Other than that, just been getting, more body hair, stuff like that. I think my shoulders have been getting broader. I don't know if you can really see it in the shirt, but I've definitely noticed that. I'm not doing anything whatsoever as far as exercise or lifting wise or whatever. Starting to notice some shoulder hair, like back here. They're really light hairs and probably not very noticeable. I don't generally wear anything that's where the sleeve is shorter than this. Sometimes I wear tank tops, stuff like that, but you can't see the hairs that are like under my binder, obviously. I'm just like, when I take my shirt off to do my testosterone, because it's topical, I rub it on here and whatever, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm seeing it there, like the light shines through, and then I can see the light hairs, so I just see it from that. I'm definitely getting facial hair. Had I not shaved yesterday, you probably still wouldn't really be able to see it. Even having shaved yesterday, I can feel everything growing back already. And I hadn't shaved for 2 or 3 weeks before that, because I just wanted to keep all of the hairs that I had. I had like a really great dirt stash going, which I was super proud of, and a lot of chin hairs, actually, mostly under. I had like maybe 1 or 2 that were like on this part of my chin. There was one that was like right here. It wasn't super noticeable, but they were definitely there. Like, I could stroke them a little bit, and it was really great. Definitely had some hairs right here, my sideburns and stuff. And I had fuzz on my cheeks. And I can actually, right now, I can feel it growing back. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more acne on my face, which isn't the best. Acne on my shoulders and back and stuff like that is definitely, that's still happening. It doesn't actually hurt to apply my tea anymore, which is really great. I had kind of a little bit of a rash, like right here on my shoulder chest area, where I would apply the tea, and then I stopped applying it there. I would only do it on my arms and shoulder, like upper and back shoulder, for about a week to a week and a half, and then I saw that the redness went down, and then I started, doing the tea on those areas again, and it doesn't hurt anymore. Other than that, I wanted to talk briefly about another reason why I put this video off for longer than I should have, and that is because I was on vacation. I went to the beach with my family. I go to the beach every year, literally every year except one since I've been alive. Right before we took this trip, right, my dad told my grandparents that I'm trans, and my grandma had already knew, and my aunt had already known, and my cousin had already known. So what happened with those 3 was, I think my cousin figured it out. My oldest cousin, she's like 26, 27, something like that. So, she knows things. So she told my aunt, and then my aunt told my grandmother. And pretty much before the shore, right before it, the only person who didn't know was my grandpa, because I had told I'm not sure if my mom had told her, or if I had told her, or whatever. Somebody told my aunt, and then my uncle, my aunt told my uncle, and then my cousins knew. So, all of that. And I only have, this is my dad's side, so he only has a sister and a brother. And the aunt that didn't know before was his sister. The aunt who did know before was his brother's wife. So I'm pretty close to her. You know, she's been the most accepting, probably, about anybody in the, on that side of the family. So that was really nice. But yeah, I spent a week with them. You know, we rent out a house. And they were just, I got misgendered the entire week. And then I came home, and I was at my partner's house, and then my partner's mom was there, and so my partner gendered me correctly. And, like, that was the first time I was gendered correctly all week. And it was just some amazing relief. It was just, oh my god, I can't even explain. Because, like, I'm passing as male, so strangers see me as who I am. And, you know, my parents still have issues calling me the right pronoun and everything. My mom is the only one who's calling me the right pronoun of my parents. My dad either says the wrong one or just doesn't use pronouns altogether. Yeah, just, it's really difficult getting misgendered all the time when you're passing. And all of these strangers are like, I understand you better than your family understands you. And they're treating you with more respect. And they don't even know it. So, yeah. Also, that's why I'm really tan. I don't know if you can really see. Oh yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about with changes. Lower growth is progressing. It's definitely still happening. Also, one little tiny thing is I feel like my hairline is getting slightly more masculine on this side, which is weird because this used to be my bad side for a masculine hairline. And this one used to be better, and now this one's the better one, which is weird. I don't know why I realized these things. But, like, my forehead is pretty big, and, like, my hairline starts kind of high up here. So I guess that's why I'm not having a lot of changes as far as my hairline goes. I knew that I was gonna have some, and I actually kind of wanted it, as long as my hair doesn't thin out too much, you know? My hair is, like, thick as ever. So yeah, I think this video is kind of getting long, so I'm probably gonna stop it here. As far as changes, I don't think there are too many others. I probably forgot something, or I probably just haven't noticed anything yet. See you at the 4th month mark. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching, as always, and I will see you later. Have a great day. Also, one more thing, I forgot to do this. This is my voice 3 months on testosterone. Thanks for watching, guys.